Kia ora, I'm Vin from Janky Gamesmiths, and I'm just going to quickly show you some of the new functionality coming into Janky Spline Tiler. Now what I've got here very quickly is a scene that is already set up with Janky Spline Tiler added into it. Quickly put a Janky Spline Tiler script onto the spline, set it up properly by dragging in the spline container, and then let's add some tiles to this just from the example that comes with the package. So which one should I use? Let's do a see. ND, why not? And then we'll generate that onto the mesh. Cool. Oh, that is a bit more chunky than I wanted it to be. Why don't we drag that out? And this one out here. Cool, cool. Yeah, there we go. Wait. You should be consistent. Cool. Okay, we've got a little housing loop. Now, you'll probably see that all of the roofs are exactly the same, but I'll change that up by chucking randomization on, and now we're selecting between all of those tiles. Cool. So, first bit of functionality garners a really small explanation, which is that I had a individual reach out to me regarding Janky Spline Tiler and its set up for handling LODs, and I realized that this was something that I'd missed when I'd been putting this package together, and it was really important for them for, you know, let's say you've got a massive open world level and you're setting up fences in the level, and you want to apply LODs across your fence. And by default, what Janky Spline Tiler does is it combines all of the tile meshes down into a single mesh. So there's only one mesh filter on here, and that's because this is a single combined mesh with all of the materials, all the UVs mapped, all the rest of it, right? But that wouldn't really work for their use case where they're wanting to, let's say, have a fence or a wall that disappears off into the distance. Now you could imagine that there would be some weird LODing that or level of detailing that happens based on your position relative to that wall or that fence, right? So the first bit of functionality that I brought in to help people with LODing is a chunk mesh generator. So what this does is it looks at the spline tiler and generates a brand new mesh. You'll see it in just a second. It's not a single mesh. It equates the number of tiles that you specify here into meshes, like separated sliced meshes that still conform and work in exactly the same way as Janky Spline Tiler, like the base setup does. So let's just do that quickly. Boom. Awesome. We're not seeing it because this zeroes out into the world. There we go. That's just like a little helpful thing for the mesh generation. It just has to kind of zero it to be able to construct this properly. But yeah, so as you can see, we have all the splines separated out into little slices. This very last one doesn't have 5 tiles because, you know, it also accounts for a lack of polygonal data at that very last instance. So yeah, pretty cool. Now, the reason why I did it this way is because Unity has released an announcement recently that will include a new inbuilt level of detail system into Unity. I believe it's in like some pre-alpha state at the moment, but it should be coming through to Unity eventually. And that will be accessible to individuals primarily via the import pipeline in Unity. So the use case with this is, you chunk out your spline in this way. And then to get it back to the world position, I would just, reset the transform back to where the spline actually is in your world scene, and then you can dispose of that if you want to. So that's where it is. And then we can export it to an FBX. No animations, it's just models. Cool. And there's no level of details currently in setup with this at the moment, so there's no need to worry about level of details there. But let's export it. Cool. We've got that now as an exported mesh. And I'll just bring it back to a 0 position again. Or an exported FBX file in our assets. And what you'll find in that new functionality that's coming into Unity, that LOD generator, is in these settings here. There will be a new field called LODs. I believe it will be underneath geometry, and then the ability to automatically generate LODs. And so what that should do is generate a completely new set of LODs for each one of these slices. And from that, when using the LOD system, let's say that slice is further away from me and this one is closer, so that further away slice will be LOD'd at a different level to what's closer. The basics of how LOD systems work. So yeah, that's the reason why I created this functionality. I really hope it works once that LOD system is released in Unity, but we'll see how it goes. Excellent. So let's get back to this. The other new set of functionality I brought in is, if you jump down into segment overrides, you'll find two new buttons: randomize all overrides and clear all overrides. So nice and simple. Clear all overrides sets all of the overrides for your tiles back to none. Sweet. And then randomize all overrides uses the randomization settings to randomly select what overrides to apply to each tile override. So there we go. We have random tile overrides set up based on this seed, so seed 0. Now if you turn off random seed and hit it again, you'll see that you're getting those overrides randomized properly. But if you clear them all and you randomize, you might find that certain overrides are left as null or none. Oh my god, this was happening to me before, but it's it's not happening now. Let's see if I can reproduce this. I can't reproduce it. That's so strange. Oh well, scratch that. I can't seem to be able to reproduce it. If it happens to you, what I would suggest is, if it happens to you where you're doing randomize all overrides and you're getting none appear as a potential override for randomization, just start off by selecting a random seed, and that should set every single one of these to a tile override, and then by turning it off again, it will clear up any of those none values. or null values. Yeah. Okay, so those are the two new things. Sweet. Thank you for your time, and I hope you've been enjoying Janky Spline tiler. See you in the next video.